but it has to happen out there in Harrisburg for that to
It can happen here, in this room, adopt these things, the whole problem goes away. All of it. Debt goes down, schools get fixed, property values go up, tax increases go down.
Well, I don't
People
disagree.
see it,
I
they'll
mean,
move into the
I
area.
thought that I had made mention that
You'll have your residential
renovation
bill.
versus new, and this goes back quite a few months, was 1.19 per square footer. Is that how it goes?
Yes,
Don't quote me. To base to 2.09 or something like that for new, and they've done that because I checked two examples at the Bucks County School District and Del Val School District. They did a renovation / addition, and the actual renovation was cheaper than the addition, the new construction
Oh, yeah, well,
at the time.
It's going to be.
Yes, but
okay.
you're not advocating renovations, you're advocating repairs and cosmetics.
No, but
That's a big difference.
Wait, now, I'm
We gotta start moving
advocating,
on this, we have to be out of here by 5:45.
and what'll happen?
Yeah.
What time is it? I got a funeral.
It's
at
5:30.
6 o'clock.
Oh,
But what happens at
Right,
5:45?
I have to leave,
I
I
have
don't wanna
to-
pay overtime to our staff out here, I was told it was gonna be an hour,
Okay.
Okay.
all right?
Does anybody have any questions about the facts that I'm presenting in this meeting?
yeah, some of the facts aren't facts.
Okay, which ones did you take notes of that you
One
thought
of the
were?
statements that you made was about smaller classes, which I'm totally in favor of, okay? However, at East Penn, we have a classroom of 12 kids, and at Mahoning with Vicky Coker, there's 25. So the inequality exists.
So what's the
with
fact that I
schools.
made wrong? I'm just asking about a fact. That smaller classrooms are better.
Was it-
Keep all 4 elementary schools.
Okay.
You can't keep all 4 elementary schools the way they are with equality in classes and small class sizes. You can't do it.
Because of the population, how it's situated around each
And
school.
even when I worked here, we used to redo bus lines, and it was always a handful of kids, and it always threw somebody else over at another class.
Why can't
So it
East
wouldn't
Penn
matter.
leave 12 kids in that classroom and this guy's 25? What's the
Why?
rule? What's the law? What
Because-
requires
right.
you to say you're not allowed to do that?
Kindergarten should have about 18 to
Not
21
should.
students in
What
it.
requires you to make
Well,
that
how
change?
fair is that?
To
How
whom?
fair to the students and the teacher
And where?
at Mahoning?
That they have more than they do at East Penn.
Yes.
So the demographics associated with the region, when the parents decide and people figure out that, wow, I can go over here and be in a classroom of 6 or 12 or 15.
Depends
It'll
on-
make a shift,
depends on
which will
housing.
add to, which will help
Depends on
within the
housing.
market, which will help within the market, which will help the housing market,
It's-
which helps
it's
the
all
entire
housing.
district.
See,
No cost savings.
Every elementary school
No
in the
cost-
Dayton School District was built to house K through 8
Yeah.
when they were built, with class sizes of more than 25 in the baby boom era.
We do not have a
And
capacity
there was
problem.
busing going on back in the early 60s, because I lived in Mahoning Township, and I was bused to Shull David Elementary School because we had 32 and they wanted to bring it back down to 25, which nobody was disagreeing with at that time.
Sure.
It's just that,
Very good.
what's that?
Nowhere do you have an
That's the way it is,
wait,
yeah.
but nowhere do we have an overcapacity issue, number
No,
one. And number two,
I agree with you, because
So-
we've had graduating classes of well over 250, and within the last couple of years.
so if the facts,
140, no,
No.
149, 160,
Last
you
year's
know.
So if the-
163.
the focus,
But
guys,
there's less and less kids going to the school buses.
let's reel it
in our
in,
district.
reel it in a little bit, because he wants to leave. There's no capacity issue.
No.
And in the business world, we call that a self-inflicted wound. If you're gonna self-inflict, that you wanna make sure that every classroom has the same number of kids in it, which is not a requirement. You've self-inflicted the wound. And instead, let the market fix that out. It'll increase your home values. It'll increase your district value. You won't lose the asset. You won't go into debt. And you don't have to charge a lot more for busing. And you still can save. Because on the end result is, if you multiply out what you guys are going to spend in interest in exchange for what you're trying to save, you're going to be a net loss. At which point, if you were to stay at the same distance, you're going to end up having to charge more money.